Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today you join me from the garage with my Stevo the Evo build, and basically we've had quite a few parts arrive. Yeah, well, I suppose we'll start here. We've got the JMF turbo kit, so new intake, exhaust, downpipe and everything. Mishimoto coolant hoses to replace the factory ones which were going a bit manky. Obviously then precision turbo. But on top of that, we've got the ATI harmonic dampener, which is a really nice piece of kit. That's going to help to reduce dangerous harmonics, especially when we're pushing this engine quite hard. We've got a new front engine mount, which is the one that goes right there, because the other one, the bolt snapped inside it when I was taking it out. We've got a nice tile wastegate there. That come from Rossport. Bolts, gaskets, precision oil lines. I'm just cleaning up this water pump. It's quite low mileage. It's a genuine part, so we didn't replace it. So we're going to reuse it, but we've got new gaskets for front and side, and then a new coolant pipe because that one's looking a bit, well, as you can see, it's not looking very healthy. But yeah, really excited. Looking forward to getting this thing progressed. Okay, so I was hoping that as soon as tomorrow I might have this car actually drive in, but I don't think that's going to happen now. All it was, I'm expecting an exhaust manifold gasket tomorrow. But before I fit the turbo kit, I thought let's just check all the lines, make sure, you know, get it in my head so tomorrow when the part comes, I can fit the turbo kit much faster because I've familiarised myself with everything. However, the problem is some of the fittings are incorrect. So the one that goes on the bottom of the turbo, the bolt hole spacing's wrong. I could just drill it out, but I'm not going to do that. And then the fitting to go on the turbo is too big. So I'm going to have to get a thinner one. But that's not a problem. Now, this car's been down for probably a year now, and as you can imagine, it's taking its toll on my motivation at times. Now, I really want to get it started, and I'm looking at the car now, and I don't think there's any reason that I can't get it started. Now, I've pretty much done a turbo delete. What that means is the oil feed that goes to the turbo, I've put a bolt in and a copper washer to stop the oil going everywhere. and the hole in the block for the oil return, which goes into the sump. I fit an AN fit in there, and I've basically just put some tape over it just to stop oil splashing out of the hole. So what that means is I should be able to get the car started, although not driving. I think it'll start, it's just whether it goes wrong in the process. Like,
yeah.
I'll crank you first, so you haven't got to really worry.
Nothing on the bottom yet.
Nothing on the floor?
No.
Okay. Obviously it might only start leaking under
pressure.
Yeah. Just follow the line up, it's there. That's the return.
Leaf clamp on there.
Fuel feed then. So it was only really that, unless there's not a lot.
The feed is a hard pipe straight into the
The feed, yeah, that's flipping strong as hell.
Yeah.
So that's the feed there, that's the one that's going to flipping squirt like no one's
If there's still no. Is that clip broke?
Shouldn't be.
I can hear it running through the rail.
Flipping hell, cracking my pants here.
You're looking good so far.
Yeah?
Yeah. No squirting.
Flipping hell, I'm cracking my pants. This is going to start now. Right. You had compression. Definitely had compression. Did you hear it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the line's gone down a little. Just shows it's pumped. Yeah, that's around oil. But you just stand there with this in your hand.
I just squirt fire over everyone.
Yeah, pretty much. Right, here goes nothing.
Bro,
Yeah.
it's not going to do anything.
Huh?
It's not going to do
Why?
anything. You unplug your coil packs in.
Come in handy, wouldn't it?
Ready?
Okay. Power steering. Immediately squirted everywhere. Did you see that there?
Oh, I missed that.
That was good. Like, that was flipping. Like, it's run now. It hasn't done that in over a year. Right then. Attempt number 2. Should probably top the power steering up.
Yeah. You sure?
That was it. Well, that was the thing I was most paranoid about. I don't know why.
I can't skip it.
It's just the sleeves or some internal failure, like where the water gets in the oil and the oil. Is it dripping?
No. Yeah, I've got a power now, we.
Yeah, it was flooded. I just turned the fuel pump off.
Yeah.
It's too rich, see. Now it's starting. knocking sound, is it? It's more like a misfire sound.
Yeah.
Okay, we just cleaned up the plugs, so hopefully it sounds a little healthier this time because it sounded flipping horrible just then. I don't really know what to make of that because it's quite vibrating, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna. I don't know if I can hear a definite woo 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 woo. But you see, the exhaust noise takes over everything else, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's a definite like. It wasn't the nicest sound, was it? Let's be honest.
No.
I don't really know what to take from that. So like need an exhaust on it really to hear what's going on.
Yeah.
That's the trouble. Like, why is it vibrating like that? Yours don't do that, do it?
A little bit, yeah.
Right, so that's a vacuum leak. And then just chuck a bit of tape on that one. I reckon that'll be it now. I'm hoping. Getting back on. It's alive. But however stressed you were watching that video, imagine how stressed I was trying to diagnose what had gone wrong. I thought, well, it didn't sound good, put it that way. I was fearing the worst. But a little bit of diagnosis, I thought it could have been fouled spark plugs with those cams, because they are quite aggressive cams. It doesn't like starting and idling at the best of times. But it was none of that. It was just literally the fact that I had taken off the brake booster line, and because it's right at the back of the engine, I hadn't put it back on. So there was a big vacuum leak, and as soon as I connected it back up, and then Chris had his finger in the front of the inlet manifold on a separate little barb, the car started and idled absolutely perfect. Now whilst the car did sound a little bit like a tractor, that's only because there's no exhaust system on the car. It's perfectly normal, the way it sounded, very happy with that. We let it get up to temperature, let the coolant get really hot, and then we just turned it off then. So yeah, really happy, and basically it's time now to button down the rest of the build. Now, off camera, I've gotten all the odds and ends done, sorted out a new blow-off valve setup, all the boost pipes are now installed properly. The only thing really is the turbo kit, so we get into the exciting stuff in the next video. And let's just say the turbo that I've got now is a little bit bigger than the last one I had. Now that is a beast. If that doesn't make some serious horsepower, then nothing will. We're going to have Stevo, we're going to hopefully have him an absolute monster in the next couple of videos, the next couple of weeks. So thanks for watching. Now's the time to subscribe, like and comment, because I need your motivation. I'm ill, I got parts to fit, and when you like this video, it's going to help me to, it's going to spur me on then to finish this car. Cheers guys.